What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about Tunic on the Nintendo Switch. Let's not waste any more time and get straight to it.
Tunic is an indie action-adventure game that clearly takes a bit of inspiration from old-school Legend of Zelda games. And while it had come out earlier on other platforms months before it came to the Nintendo Switch, I had never heard of it. And when I first saw the trailer during a recent Nintendo Direct, I was super excited for a new Zelda-like game. And while aesthetically, Tunic does take inspiration from the old-school Zelda games, that's almost basically it. And when it comes to the rest of the game, I'm going to say it takes more inspiration from Dark Souls. This game withholds absolutely everything from you. You begin the game with no tutorial, no map, and zero clue as to what's going on. The clues that the game does provide come in the form of an instruction manual that's pages are scattered throughout the world. But when you do find those pages, they're written in an unknown language, but provide incredibly well-drawn pictures that will give you hints to the story, basic game mechanics, and maps. And finding these pages isn't always easy. I spent a good part of an hour trying to figure out how to get to one of the pages, only to find out I was supposed to come back later on. Now, I can't stress this enough. Reading the manual and taking a good long look at the pictures is an absolute must to beating the game. I have spent an embarrassing amount of time completely lost with no clues to what I was supposed to be doing because I wasn't reading the manual. And just because you have the pages to the manual, it doesn't come right out and tell you what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to figure it out on your own. And when you finally have your aha moment, you're going to feel like you've conquered something great. When you start the game, you wake up on a beach and you don't have a weapon, so finding one as soon as possible is crucial. From here, the game can feel a little linear while you're trying to learn the mechanics, but after that it really opens up and you can go almost anywhere at any time. The first cave you come across has a mailbox containing a letter written in the Tunic language. And I'm going to assume that it says something like it's dangerous to go alone, yada yada yada, but go inside and you find a stick. Not a sword, a stick. After that, make your way up the mountain and come to a door, which upon entering, you find another fox who has been imprisoned, and you need to help them escape. And that's all I'm going to say about the story for now. Out in the world, you'll come across shrines that you can rest at to save your game, refill your potions and your health, but in doing so will also respawn enemies. These shrines also act as checkpoints, so if you're defeated at any time, you will be transported back to the last shrine that you rested at. Combat is a simple 3-hit combo with your sword. You also get bombs and a few magic items. When enemies are defeated, they drop gold, which can be used to help upgrade stats along with some other items found throughout the game. But if you're defeated, you lose a portion of your gold and you must run back to pick it up. You will also find a shield that can be used to block or parry, but I usually just found it easier to roll out of the way of most attacks. Whether you're blocking, dodging, or parrying, you need to keep an eye on your stamina bar. If you do run out of stamina, enemies are going to hit you so much harder. And while this game can be challenging, the boss fights are where this game's difficulty takes a huge turn. Some of the bosses I had actually found quite intimidating, and there were actually a few where I had died countless times. But if you're just in it for the story, this game does offer a no-fail mode where you will take no damage. And I would be 100% lying if I didn't take advantage of this after dying to the same boss for nearly 2 hours. I really enjoyed my time with Tunic. It mixed together two franchises that I am really fond of, and it did it so well. I love the fact that this game didn't hold my hand at all. Alright, I just wanted to add a couple of things at the end of the video, just because I forgot to add them during the video. One thing I wanted to talk about was exploration. There are so many hidden rooms, hidden treasures, hidden paths. This game wants you to explore every single nook and cranny that you can. And I can't tell you how many times where I thought I completely explored an area, only later on I came back and I found something new. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about is out in the world, I really wish that there were more puzzles. Basically all of them being, go find a lever and open this door, or tracing the lines on the wall with your D-pad. But I guess the manual does make up for that. And if you made it this far, I really appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you next time.